But my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
Boogie made an incredible tweet. I'm going to summarize it real quick, suggesting that people that accidentally misgender, nothing should happen to them. But if you do it on purpose, lock them up, throw away the key. I'm not shitting you. He said that, right? And it was only appropriate for somebody like Dankula to get in an argument with him. Considering Dankula was subjectively called a Nazi. Well, you did this, so you must be a Nazi. Because that's the problem with that, Boogie. If you start saying, it's okay for this situation, not for that situation, both situations are subjective. Yes, I know. But that's not what I want to get into. I want to get into something a little more than that. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little tired of Boogie's act. I'm not buying that he's just a big fat dummy that changes position all the time. I think it's a lot deeper than that. I think a guy who sides with Anita Sarkeesian after she absolutely shreds him and then walks it back, and a guy who, in my opinion, I know they got it sorted out, stabbed his buddy in the back, quartering, after he called a girl a grifter. I'm getting the impression that Boogie, passively aggressively, has a fascist streak.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
And what I don't mean literally a fascist, like the Hitler thing's a joke, yes. I'm talking about having authoritarian ideas, and when he gets called out on them, he pulls back. But those ideas aren't going anywhere. They're still there. And I really think, after some video I'm going to show you from the Ralph Retort a couple months ago, right, who the real Boogie is. The only difference is he passively aggressively does what most people do overtly. He wants criticism of him shut down, and that is exactly why he's attracted to the authoritarians like Anita Sarkeesian, the people that fucking ran Jeremy out of the magic community, and that is exactly why he says that people that misgender people, because once you get there misgendering people, and you can throw them in jail for that, well, you can stretch that real far and then go right outside of misgendering. It can end criticism. Lock them up if they're doing it on purpose, but no consideration how a judge or a cop is going to determine what's on purpose or what's not, because it's subjective. I don't think Boogie's that stupid. I think that Boogie is more than just a dope. I think he's a left-wing loon looking to shut down any kind of a criticism of him, and that's why he's attracted to ideas like locking people up for misgendering people. And here it is. I'm going to make my case, and I'm going to thank Augie right now for doing this work right here. It depends on the context. I think hate speech context almost always looks and sounds like the words verbal assault. If you are verbally assaulting somebody and using their identity to do it, that's hate speech to me. Okay, fine, that could be hate speech to you. Get locked the fuck up right away.
He goes from 0 to 100 real quickly.
And then he goes right back to 0. Then he goes right back.
It's almost shocking.
It is shocking. And I don't think this is an accident anymore. How many times can you have these accidents before I say, you know what? Maybe you're a kook. I think most comedians on a stage in a club probably have the right to tell jokes. But if they actually verbally assault a patron due to their identity, lock them the fuck up. So, of course, Dankula
gets old after a while.
A guy who is literally a victim of Boogie's ideology, something that's actually flying over here in Europe, a literal victim of this insanity that he speaks.
You too, my child.
I got no problem with jokes. Well, who decides if it's a joke? But I have a very big issue with verbal assault. I guess if you change the name of putting somebody in jail for being rude and you call it something really nice like verbal assault, that somehow makes it better. What constitutes verbal abuse? Who gets to decide? You want to read that, Augie? Can you? I don't know if you can.
Yeah, it's too small.
Sorry. I honestly don't know. Probably a court of peers. So he wants to hand this power to officials. Government officials.
What?
Oh, they'll never put people in jail that are that they disagree with. It's obviously very complicated. I get that. It's not complicated at all, actually. This is why we have a First Amendment. This is why the Supreme Court's rules. There's no such thing as hate speech because it can't be defined. I've gone on record to say, look, maybe he got caught up in the moment with the Sargon thing. Maybe he got caught up in the moment. How many times can he get caught up in the moment before we start to realize that this guy's an extremist? This is why I can't make this abundantly clear. I'm not hinting at it. I'm not going around it. I'm calling him or suggesting that this guy may have an extremist ideology. That's how far I'm going.
That motherfucker's not joking.
Boogie was on the Ralph tour a couple months ago, right? And I found this out. Everybody's talking, this is a new Boogie. This is a tough Boogie. This is not the Boogie that we see, hugging the fence or running away. And he went right in on V.
Guy literally called him a fucking sociopath, psychopath, piece of shit. How dare he attack the professor? How dare he attack my fucking friends? Fuck you. I just literally word for word what I said.
How dare he attack your friends?
Yeah,
the professor.
Go to jail, man.
The professor made a video on Jeremy, and Jeremy simply responded to it. And go see. I mean, both of them. I think one of them is an idiot, but both of them are. It's not that. It's an adult discussion. It's an adult debate. One guy, he attacked a friend of her, this cosplayer. The professor made a video about it. Jeremy responded. Jeremy was concerned about your mental well-being. And he suggested, didn't say it, that you might kill yourself. Because you were taking a lot of shit at that point. All right? I am a little sick and fucking tired of people, especially big YouTube personalities, and especially you, hiding behind the threat of suicide to avoid criticism. Again, playing into my narrative that you passively aggressively shut down debate, and in a perfect world, you would imprison those who criticize you.